After my parents died, my sister and her husband planned to throw me out of the house and even took money from my college fund. But someone stepped in and surprised them. I was 19 when the accident happened. Mom and Dad were driving back from their anniversary trip when a semi crossed the median on Highway 52. Both died at the scene. Hannah was 27, married to Caleb with twin daughters aged 4. I was a sophomore at State University, living at home to save money. Hannah and I were never close. 7 years apart, totally different lives. She resented that our parents paid my tuition while she'd gone to community college and racked up $30,000 in loans. Growing up, she'd make comments about how I was the favorite, how everything came easy for me. I tried to brush it off, but it hurt. The first month after the funeral was hell. Hannah and Caleb moved into our parents' house to help me through it. They took the master bedroom, said it made sense since they had the girls. I didn't argue. I was barely functioning, skipping classes, not eating. By month 2, things felt wrong. Hannah was going through Mom's jewelry, Dad's workshop tools, boxes kept disappearing into her SUV. When I asked about it, she'd snap that she deserved something after being overlooked by our parents. Month 3, everything exploded. I came home from class to find a U-Haul in the driveway. 2 guys were carrying my desk out the front door. I ran inside and found Hannah directing them, pointing at my bookshelf, my dresser, my entire room. What the hell is going on? I demanded. She barely looked at me. Caleb and I talked. We need this space for the girls. They're getting older, need their own rooms. You're an adult now. Time to figure things out. This is my house too. Where am I supposed to go? She crossed her arms. Not my problem. We have children to think about. Real responsibilities. You can crash with friends until you find an apartment. I was shaking. What about Dad's will? He wouldn't have wanted this. She actually laughed. There is no will. I checked with probate. House goes to next of kin, and I'm the oldest. So this is my call. I stood there speechless while the movers kept working. Within 2 hours, my entire life was packed into 8 boxes on the curb. Hannah handed me $200 in 20s and said it should cover a deposit somewhere cheap. I loaded everything into my Honda and drove to my friend Nick's apartment. He let me crash on his couch, but I knew it couldn't last. His roommate already hated me being there. That week was the lowest point of my life. I was failing 2 classes because I couldn't focus. I'd lost my parents, now my home. I felt completely erased. Then I got an email from Dad's employer. Standard condolence message, but at the bottom was a line about beneficiary paperwork for his life insurance policy. I clicked a link expecting maybe $5,000. The number was $180,000. I stared at my laptop for 10 minutes. Dad had taken out a policy 5 years ago. I was listed as sole beneficiary. Not Hannah, not Split, just me. My hands shook when I called her. Hannah, I found out about Dad's life insurance. Long silence. Then, oh, yeah, I knew about that. That's nice for you. I wanted you to know I'll be fine financially. I can get my own place, finish school without loans. More silence. Then casual, like discussing weather. That's good. Actually, I withdrew money from your college fund last month. About $40,000. Caleb and I needed it for mortgage payments. I'm sure you understand. The line went silent. My college fund had $52,000. Money Dad had been saving since I was born. Hannah, I said slowly, you better check the account name on that insurance policy, and you might want to call a lawyer. What are you talking about? I hung up, then made 3 calls. Dad's HR department, county recorder's office, a real estate attorney. Turns out Dad had done more than just the insurance. 2 years before the accident, he'd transferred the house deed into a trust with me as sole beneficiary. Hannah had been living there, making decisions, throwing me out of a house that legally belonged to me. The attorney said the fund withdrawal was that. Family or not, she'd taken money without authorization. We could press charges or settle. Hannah's lawyer called 3 days later. Voice careful, professional. Said his clients wanted to resolve this amicably. I let him talk for 2 minutes, then said, here's what happens. 30 days to move out. Every penny of my college fund returned with 5% interest. Hannah signs an agreement never to contact me again. That seems harsh. Your nieces, your sister, your clients threw me out with $200 and 8 boxes. Stole my education fund. I'm being generous, not pressing charges. Agreement signed within a week. The $40,000 was back in 10 days. Hannah and Caleb moved out day 29, leaving the house trashed. Holes in walls, carpet stained, cabinets hanging off hinges. I didn't care. I hired cleaners and contractors. Started making it mine. Last week, Hannah's number popped up. I almost declined, but curiosity won. What do you want? Her voice was small. The girls keep asking about you. They miss their aunt. I looked around my house. The repairs I'd made. The photos I'd hung back up. You should have thought about that before you put my stuff on the curb. I hung up and blocked her number. Some bridges aren't worth rebuilding.